Okay, so now we're into the resistance. So remember the three big rules here. If it's in the stabilization level, almost everything is either going to have a single leg. So it'll say single leg, or we'll see the word balance, meaning that we're on a single leg, or we're going to do it on a stability ball. So it has to have some sort of proprioceptively enriched aspect to it, that it's harder than doing just on two legs on a floor. So as you go through, we'll have all of the exercises below, but you can just skim them now and see at what's underlined here: ball, balance, single leg, right? The only things that come outside of that are tubing, which, think about tubing. It can't really go to the other levels. It just doesn't belong there. It requires more stabilization. It's more of like a core kind of exercise. And you could do pretty heavy resistance, but you're not going to really be able to build muscle like you would in the strength um, level. And the push-ups are here too. Um, so just remember that the push-ups are muscular endurance. So muscular endurance is part of phase one, level one training, stabilization and muscular endurance. Then we have the standing cable chest press and the standing cable row. And I don't love them because I feel like by the interpretation, it should be in the strength category. But what you want to think about these as is that they can be done single leg, right? So a lot of times they want us to start them on two legs, just like the progression, where the goal is going to be to get them to be able to do it on a single leg. Um, so hopefully for the test, you'll get a single leg version of it that makes it easy. If not, if you sometimes see it and you're feeling like it's a weird question, that's when you ask yourself, can this be done single leg? And that usually helps to resolve any issues. Okay. When we see scaption, we know that that still goes under shoulders, because that's going to be, scaption is the scapular plane. So that's going to be like a Y raise, right? You're still working shoulders doing that. It's just going to be a pull movement. Um, Okay, so once we get to the strength level, this is just regular exercises. There's no stability ball, would never ever single leg. And it's just like the traditional exercises that we already think of go here. Make sure for total body, whether it is stabilization, strength, or power, that it's going to have multiple body part movements in it. That's how you tell that they go there. Let's see. Yeah, those you can just review on your own, and we'll go into the details below. Power is going to have that speed component. Most of them are going to be medicine ball. If it's leg stuff, it's going to be jumps. The only thing that it is outside of that is going to be like the Olympic lifts. So that's where we see for the total body. They include the two arm push press, right? So that's going to be a push, a total body push power exercise. But then they include the barbell clean, which is okay, but be ready for anything. It doesn't have to use a barbell, it doesn't have to be a clean, but they could say, like, they could specify what kind of clean it is, or they could add on the other movements. Just be familiar with the Olympic lifts, even if you don't know how to do them. They don't expect you to know that. The technique stuff in CPT, it goes in total body power. Yes, anything with passing is going to be a medicine ball. So sometimes they put the MB in there, or they say it out, but sometimes they don't. But if you see pass, you know that it's going to be medicine ball. That ball, medicine ball pullover throw, we already talked about that for the core, but here we're using it to improve back power. Same thing, make sure the lats aren't tight. When you see the overhead medicine ball throw for the shoulders, that's like a keg toss. Okay, then don't forget, the supersets are going to be happening in phases 2 and 5. They always start with the strength exercise. What they follow with differs. In phase 2, we piggyback with phase 1. So it's going to be strength followed by stabilization. In phase 5, we do strength piggybacked with power. So an example would be bench press. If we were doing a strength superset in phase 2, bench press followed by the ball dumbbell chest press, okay? Or like a single leg standing chest press, something like that, working on strength, working on stabilization, same muscle group, always the same muscle group. Power is going to be, still start with the bench press, that's fine. But when we follow with the power, it's going to mostly be for the task medicine ball stuff. Unless it's a leg one, then look for jumps. But it seems like it's either going to be medicine ball or a jump in the second position. Now, when you get into the details of it, go back to the program design lecture to see how the numbers change for the strength, because in phase 2, we're following just strength endurance numbers. And in phase 5, we're following its neighbor, max strength numbers. Okay. But mostly, if you know same muscle group and know the order, know the phases, the numbers, the names, then you're going to be good.
Like and subscribe to receive all of our NASM personal trainer certification review content. If you'd like to learn more about our full NASM CPT prep program with over a 95% pass rate and money back guarantee, head over to thecptacademy.com.